My name is Tanesia Littleton Broberg, and I am a caretaker for my wife. Caretaking, when this journey first began, was going to be something that I was going to be phenomenal at. I thought that I would be able to have all the answers and fix all the problems, and it was just about loving somebody and caring for somebody. As time went on, I learned that being a caretaker was more based on communication and understanding and hard times and imperfections. I learned that I'm not always going to have the answer or the cure, and in being a caretaker, that meant accepting imperfection. That meant learning how to deal with my spouse when things are not perfect, and learning how to be a good caretaker versus a perfect person. A good caretaker is somebody that, knows how to balance their self-care and the care for the person that they are providing things for. A good caretaker will take care of themselves in order to be able to take the best care of the person that they're taking care of. That doesn't mean perfection. When it comes to medical diagnosis, we never know how that can change. It can change from one moment to the next. And so when you're a caretaker, and especially when it's someone that you really love, all you do is you communicate and you support each other through the thick and the thin, and you just keep on pushing. Trust in your care providers, utilize resources, and take advantage of the things that the world offers you in terms of whatever illness it is that your client or patient has.
I'm Jackie, and I'm a caregiver for my husband who had brain cancer. It all happened so fast. Our life changed in a grand mal seizure in the middle of the night. I didn't know how hard it would be to be a caregiver. It's very challenging. It's also very rewarding in the fact that it's the one thing that you can do for your loved one who is battling cancer, to help them through it as much as possible, with making doctor appointments, going to doctor appointments, taking notes, helping them remember what the doctor said, your options, changing what they eat when they're on chemo, how they feel, helping them get rest when they need it. Just picking up the slack everywhere you can is very challenging, and it's hard, but it's good because you can help your loved one through something as best as you can in a way that you couldn't without having cancer yourself. One thing that has really helped me is the caregiver support group. These people understand what I'm going through when my friends don't, when my family doesn't. I can come to the support group and share how I'm feeling, and they all understand how I'm feeling, and it's okay to resent stuff that I have to deal with, and to make you feel okay with that and not bad about it. And everybody will tell you, don't forget to take time for yourself, and that's really hard to do. But if you can get out to get some quiet time, do something you enjoy. I like to walk my dog. It is very nice to do that, and you should not feel guilty for taking that time. It's hard to carve out the time, but if you can, you shouldn't feel guilty about it, because caregiving is very challenging. But you love your loved one, and it's the best that you can do to help them through something very hard, and the caregiver support group can help you get through that as well.
My name is Laurie. I care for my husband who has bladder cancer. The thing that I would describe our early days of diagnosis was feeling pretty much paralyzed, numb and lost. And I had a very healthy, active husband. It took us just by the throat, and we struggled through. We kept fighting together, but I knew early on that I was not equipped to do this by myself. I have no family nearby, lots of good friends and support. So what I'd like to emphasize is the support group and what it meant for me. And what it meant for me reflected on what it meant for my husband, and I felt that I was much more compassionate, understanding, and loving to my husband, and I would just like to end on that note and just say how much I appreciate having support, and I feel that my husband's recovery and treatment has also benefited from it.
My name's Marie. I'm a caregiver for my fiance who has stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I don't think anyone is ever really prepared for a cancer diagnosis or the news that they're going to become a caregiver or that they're needed in that role. It's something that's really not talked about in younger populations. A lot of friends and relatives and people who we used to spend our time with and vent and have a good time hanging out with just don't get it, because everything changes, not just for the person who has cancer, but for everyone who's going to take on a loving role in that person's life. The Caregiver Support Group has been incredibly helpful in navigating this new journey that we're on. Everyone is gonna try to respond with what they think is the most appropriate when they hear the news. And usually it's some silver lining or just stay positive, and that doesn't really cut it. And coming to this support group has been really helpful because these people get it, and these people are living the same life that you maybe haven't even realized you're in yet, because it happens really quickly. And I would really encourage anyone to take advantage of all the resources that are out there for you, even though it seems like it's one more sheet of paper or one more hour out of your week or month or just one more thing on your to-do list. It's really worthwhile in the care that you're able to provide, because you can't support someone without being supported yourself. And this is a great place to start.